Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. What I'm going to be doing is a suggestion from one of you guys. I obviously a few days ago asked you to suggest types of videos that you want to see or what kind of things you want to see in future content. One of the recommendations was that I break down some of my gameplay, tell you guys my thought process in what I do and what I look for when I'm playing as a hero. And I figured with the new Princess Leia skin, I wanted to get you guys some game footage up on the channel. So I'd go through and do it with this sort of video. And we're just going to do it completely unedited. There's no chops or changes or anything. I'm just going to go through. I'm going to watch 6 minutes worth of Death Star gameplay with Leia and just break down my thought process and what I go through when I'm playing. I may tack in some Takodana stuff at the end as well. I'm not really sure if I'm going to include that yet. But if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be doing breakdowns for all the other heroes as well, so you guys can sort of follow my thought process and stuff like that. So let's get into the Leia gameplay on Death Star 2. So we're going to start it right now. Obviously, we're in the first phase. There's a couple of enemies in the corridor, and I'm just going to turn my volume down here because it is quite loud, but I can see I get flashbanged at the start real early. Drop back a little bit, try and keep the health up. You want to be getting as much as you can out of all of your health. Like if you drop too low, you're going to have to get kills to regen that. So it's going to end up to deaths. I see a death trooper, spray him a couple of times. Sometimes you can't take the death trooper on right away. You got to hit him once or twice. Just because he's got that high health pool. If he gets the overload shooting at you, you're going to get melted really quickly. So I drop back again. The thing with heroes is you can't just be head first charge in. You've got to jump around. You've got to come back and forth a few times to actually stay alive. Otherwise, you're just going to get melted. Running up the side corridor here, get a flank on one of them. There's a squad, a heavy with a shield popped. So you got to take a few shots to the heavy, then back off. Try not to get hit by the nades and things like that. He's got his explosive sentry, so now I want to try and get to that left side. So you see me roll around the corner, stay out of the way of that explosive sentry. I end up getting pushed by an officer. Luckily, I flashbanged at the right time. Got him, turned around, get the heavy. That's 2 quick kills right there. That can, with Leia's blaster, it's so powerful, you can rack up kills really quickly at close range. But again, like, look at my health. So I'm at half. I sort of want to play it a little bit safe, try and run down the right-hand side of that corridor. I see the guy activating the bridge, so I don't want to run straight across, otherwise I'm just going to get killed. Wait for him to reactivate it. Teammate on the left just had no clue. Runs straight off ledge. I see Bosk's mines on the ground. Roll backwards, get out of there. You don't want to run through that. That's a lot of health that you're going to lose if you do. And luckily, team activates the objective, and we push through to the second phase. So, obviously, this is something a little bit different, but I don't think many people really break down their gameplay in this kind of way. So it's something I wanted to try. I thought it was a cool idea. So shout out to you guys for suggesting this video idea and getting me to try some different stuff. Because I've definitely been looking for things to do that can mix up the channel and the content. So let me know if you're enjoying it. Drop a like down below as we move into the second phase. Now I know they've got a Bosk there. I saw him throw his gas. So we're going to go around to the right hand side here. This long corridor is perfect for Leia's secondary fire. This is exactly where you want to be. And I'll say it a lot in streams. I hate people that spam Leia's secondary fire, but sometimes it's necessary. Like sometimes it's the best way to get kills. You can see me grab a couple of kills there. That left-hand side starts to have a couple of enemies, including a hero there. So that's kind of where I'm targeting now. Take out the heavy. You're going to have a lot of people down this corridor. So it's not smart just to run straight down there. Where that officer is down there, he's okay because he's got some cover. But again, look, there's Bosk's gas coming through, so I can't push now, which is why I'm kind of hanging back, playing the secondary fire a little bit more often. But you'll see me in a second here. I just get bored with it. Like, I find it uninteresting just standing there and letting this thing lock on for me. I'd prefer it to be doing it myself, so I'm going to push and jump out to the right here. We roll through, coming around. I see enemies on this right-hand side, so that's where we're going to go to the objective. See one there, and I just change my shoulder real quick. He's got no chance. He rolls into the corner. I know exactly where he is. Push the corner. No hope. He's going down. So I see another hero on the map. So we back up a little bit. Take out the Vanguard. With the Vanguard, you've got to watch because they're pushing you pretty hard. You want to aim for headshots. Really try and land those. With Leia, if you land a headshot, that enemy's going down real quick. So I luckily managed to avoid the Darth Vader choke there. You would have heard it on the audio. He was coming hard for me. He really wanted that kill. So the best part about the Death Star, so many corridors, different angles you can take. I see the corner of an enemy, but realize there's 3 or 4 of them there. So I get one quick kill, back off. We go back around the side. This is where I think an enemy's on the lower level, but now again, he's moved up. See 3 or 4. Instead of shooting, I want to position myself a little bit better. Run back around. Death Trooper in close quarters, not a fun time. So we just roll and avoid him for a second. with an officer there as well, that's going to melt me if I push too hard. So again, reposition, get in behind the enemy, pump the officer, couple of shots on the death trooper. Officer runs in front of him and dies. That was a bit lucky on my part. So we're at 15 kills. I see the sonic imploder, roll out so I don't get the blinding effect. Go back around. Headshots are the focus with the death trooper. You want to get them as good as possible so you can take him out quickly. Just a random grenade throw there just to test the waters, check if anyone's there. I did see him on the mini-map, the little the red appearance there, so that's what you want to look for. I don't know what this guy was doing. He's just kind of chilling there looking out the window. So I thought I'd take him down. Another quick kill there. He wasn't looking at me, so he was nice and easy. Now again, get blinded by the flash grenade, so I'm going to drop back a little bit just so I don't get crept up on. Change my angle again, come through a different corridor. This guy had no idea, but I kind of potatoed my aim a little bit. Heavies with the sentry out, easiest kill you'll ever get. This guy hit me, but obviously with the blinding effect, you can still see the red bar above their head. So that's kind of what you want to be aiming for, just underneath that red logo. Again, we play the objective here. You guys know what it is. Pop that squad shield down. That's the best place to use Leia's squad shield. And I get crept up on because none of my teammates pushed with me, so I had to drop back a little bit. And then after I was getting shot, they pushed in. So luckily they managed to take this objective in just a minute here, but you can see I'm like constantly changing my angles, constantly moving around. Han gets taken out there, which is unlucky. Leia had to watch as her husband dies. But so 20 kills right now. That's pretty good going into the next phase, but we've still got one objective to go. So changing my angle again. Like I said, you never want to be in the same spot. Always want to be moving, because if you stay in the same spot, someone's just going to flank around, come in behind you and kill you. Pick up a couple of easy kills here, and now I want to push. We've got to get that last objective. 10 players left. We want to push hard. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through the side corridor. Make sure no one's coming from the front. And if they are, yep, look at that. 4 or 5 people right there. See a guy in this corridor, take him out. Roll forward towards the turret. That's the quickest way. If you're close to a turret, do not back up because it's just going to smash you. You want to roll forward. Now, unluckily here, I'm trying to push the objective again and get my squad shield on it, but we just run out of tickets and we get taken out. So that's like the first part of the gameplay. I'll jump into Takodana quickly and do a breakdown for you guys. I'm going to fast forward it a little bit to where I think it's decent. So we're about at the 3-minute mark here. I'm on top of one of the hills by the objectives. I'm kind of between the 2 objectives, but they've already taken one. Using the secondary fire again because there's a little bit too much range that I can't sort of reach it. Leia going in ham with the blaster. Honestly, I think her E11 blaster is nowhere near as good as her default blaster. So I never find myself using it really. It's always the default blaster. Even at range, I think using the secondary fire, you're better off doing that than using the E11. Again, there you can see I was flashbanged, but I'm looking for that red icon above the enemy so I can take them out. That's where you want to aim. Underneath that red icon is going to be a headshot. You're going to still be able to kill enemies while you're blind. Here I just potato a couple of shots aiming at the aerial. Flame troopers you want to back up from for sure. So this guy, we get a couple of tags on him. Ray finishes him off down the bottom there. I see the outline because Ray's got an insight going. There's Iden. Get a couple of ticks on Iden there. She backs off a bit, but she's spamming the secondary. So again, we're down to half health. We got to drop back a little bit. Try not to take too many hits so we can keep our health up high. Take a couple of pot shots at another hero, but there's nothing really going on there. Couple of assists real quick. Bosca's down on the left-hand side, so I want to watch out for his grenades. I probably spent a little bit too much time in this spot. Let him get set up, but we get the objective deactivated here, I'm pretty sure. And then I see a flame trooper as I run up this corridor. So again, back up from the flame trooper. He sees me, so he pushes. And I don't know why you would push in this situation. Flame trooper doesn't have nearly enough range to take on Leia like that. Just a bit of a silly play on his part. He got thirsty for a kill. Here again, getting a lot of damage, but I get hit by, like on the right hand side I get hit from. So I try to roll down. Here I use the secondary, but you'll see me put it away because it's just not doing much damage at all. I use it as a retreat mechanism just to fall back a little bit, and then I deactivate it right there going into the last phase. So a little bit more like insight, using cover. You want to use both shoulders when you're playing. Leia, especially being a blaster hero, if you can use both shoulders to check around corners and peek, that's the way. That's like the way you want to do it. I focused on staying out on the mountain a little bit here in the last phase. Normally everyone just retreats back into the castle, but I wanted to try and spend a little bit more time like outside the castle. hold off the enemy team a little bit stronger. Obviously, they've still got 55 tickets at this point, so it's pretty hard to judge it sometimes, but with this team, you could really tell where you wanted to be. So being outside the castle here was a huge help. My team did the same thing. They stayed with me, which is really good in terms of winning the round in general. And then I see Darth Vader coming through. He's chasing Luke. I got to get inside, get around the corner before he comes in. And then this one again, same as the Death Star right here. This is where you want to be changing your angle, using the corridors wisely. I get pumped by a Flame Trooper's grenade there, but we try and recover. Push down on these guys because they're like right trapped in a corridor. He's on the back foot, this officer, and then I see him camping in the corner. So that's another easy kill right there. These corridors are great. Again, for Leia, her blaster does so much damage at close range. You can really get a good sense of, you know, pushing enemies or using the corridors to your advantage. That's probably the biggest tip that I can give you guys. So it's a nice little spot that we're looking at here. And with them having 38 tickets left, there's not much left for them to go. Although I do get hammered there. I see a Flame Trooper pushing. I got to run back a little bit because I got 300 health. And again, working as a team. I was lucky in this round I had a good team with me. This guy's way too close. He just gets wrecked. That's good aim on my part. You see me laying the headshots there on that guy that was peeked behind the wall. He would have had no idea. And I know for a fact he was going to be mad that I landed those shots. 90% of his body was covered. It was just his head peeking around that corner. So made it nice and easy for me. And obviously there's a lot of enemies in that hallway. So instead of pushing straight at the objective and running for it, you want to find a better angle to push from. And then Kylo Ren's trying to come through the front door. So I had to be careful in this situation, but luckily got a couple more kills. Bosk throws his gas, so I've got to back off a little bit. I don't want that to tick away too much health. And the other thing with Bosk's gas is it's not going to allow me to regen my health either. So Kylo pushes in. Luckily, I land a couple of shots and he gets scared. Backs off. Again, the gas is there. So I got to, instead of sticking in, I got to find a better angle. This is where we find the angle right there. Help Han take out Maul. Get another assault down the end there. Now I turn the corner here. Look how many enemies end up in front of me in just a second here. So I turn the corner. And I come back out this door right here. Bang. Look at all 4 of those enemies right there. So quick roll out the way. Put a shield to drop back into. Give myself some cover. So I can still peek here. I can still have a look. I can still try and get some kills. One quick one there. Turn the corner. Get another quick hero kill there. And then we're just pushing. We're pushing. Landing headshots. Nice and clean. And that's round over. We hold the objective right there. So I hope these kind of tips can help you guys. This is something that I didn't expect to do, but it was recommended by you guys because it's something that you wanted to see. I know I give you guys tips in live streams, but while I'm playing and trying to read chat and stuff like that, it's not as easy to break down gameplay like this. And possibly in future gameplay breakdowns, if this goes well, I'll have freeze frames, you know, I'll pause the gameplay so I can explain to you what I'm thinking in the moment instead of just doing it raw off the bat and running through. So if you guys enjoyed this and it did help, leave a big thumbs up and let me know down in the comments if you like this kind of stuff. I will keep doing it. Obviously, this was Princess Leia's gameplay breakdown. Couple of little clips there of me getting like 20 to 30 kills. Might not seem like a lot to a lot of you guys, but for the newer players and the guys that struggle with heroes, this may potentially help you guys with improving. So I'm going to get out of here though. I will have another hero breakdown if this goes well in a couple of days. We'll do a different character and we'll get some gameplay for you. So appreciate all you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you in the next video. I am the Twisted Jedi, and may the Force be with you always.
The Sith are all powerful. You are no match for me.